Hi everyone, and welcome to Lesson 1, Timelines and the Dynasties of Ancient China, located under the Timelines tab of the Ancient China website. In this lesson today, we're going to teach you what timelines are. We're going to teach you how to read and create timelines as well. So your success criteria, by the end of this lesson, you need to know what timelines are. And by the end of this lesson, you need to be able to read and create timelines. So this is a summary of timelines in a nutshell. So a timeline is the presentation of a chronological sequence of events along a line that shows a viewer relationships between different periods of time quickly. The word chronological means following the order in which events occurred. So these are important acronyms to remember when discussing periods of time. So you either use the BC or AD system, or you use the BCE and CE system. It doesn't really matter which one you use, they both mean the same thing, but they are two different systems. So BC stands for before Christ, and AD stands for Anno Domini, which means in the year of the Lord, the year that Jesus was born. Or you can use the BCE system. I prefer to use the BCE system. So it stands for before Common Era, and CE stands for Common Era. They essentially mean the same thing. So this is going to be your first task. So if you're learning in your classroom with your teacher is going to go ahead now and draw a timeline and plot all the dynasties of ancient China along that timeline. And they're going to show you how to break it up and how to work out the lengths of time you're discussing before you even begin. They're going to do that on the board. If you're learning at home, fear not, because the second activity after the first one that is done with your teacher, and everyone in class will be doing this one too, is you'll be making a timeline using the online timeline maker. So use this website called Time Graphics to make your own timeline. Click on the top picture to access the website. Click on this picture here. Use the time period button and copy and paste the above dates and dynasties to make your timeline. Here is what mine looks like down here, and yours should look like this when you're finished. Watch this video to see how I do it, and then save your timelines on your computer using your snipping tool, and then you can send them to your teacher when you're done as well. So in this video here, I'll go ahead and model how to use the timeline maker, but I'm going to do it now as well. This is more for when you're actually in class and you're struggling. Your teacher might be helping someone else, or you might be at home and you might want to be figuring out how to use timeline maker. But I'm going to go ahead and do it for you now as well. So I'm going to open the timeline maker. You need to make an account. I've already set one up. And what you do is you go create. You can see if you zoom out, I'm just scrolling out, you can see you can look at the decades. If you zoom out even further, you can look at hundreds and even thousands of years. So it doesn't matter where you click to begin your timeline, but you do have to click on time period. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll up to these dates here, because these are my answers. So the first one I'm going to do is the Xia dynasty. I'm going to go ahead and type that in there. Now I need to get my dates. So my first date is 2070 BCE. So I'm going to turn on the BC one, and then I'm going to put on 270. Turn that BC on, there we go. And then I want 1600 BCE. So I'm going to go into the date here, 1600. I'm going to turn that BC. Remember, BC and BCE mean the same thing. And that's going to plot the Xia dynasty on there for me. I can change the position of that time period as well. I like to have my design looking like that as well, and you can change the color and everything as well, but I'll leave that up to you guys to design. So going to your next one, the next one is the Shang dynasty. So I'm going to go ahead and type in Shang dynasty. Now I need to get my dates. I'm looking for 1600. Very good. It's already got BCE done for me, so that's good too. And I'm looking at 1046. I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste that one. Fantastic. I'm going to position that below. You can position it above. You'll see it automatically. We'll separate those. We're going to keep it that same design. And so guys, you keep following that pattern. So you keep going, you keep clicking on time period, and then you just add to the dates. The tricky one though is when you get to the Han dynasty. So I'll do that one for you now as an example. So Han dynasty is 206 BCE. So I'm going to type in time period. I'm going to go Han dynasty. Going to put that date in there. So now I'm still on BCE, and then I want 8 Common Era. So I'm just going to go and type in 8 here, but then I need to turn off that BC. That's the tricky one there. So see how it overlaps over 0 now? So then we're getting into quite modern times, or certainly we get into modern history roughly about here, and then medieval China here. However, just be careful when you get to that Han Dynasty that you make sure to untick that BC tab and you start getting into CE. And that's your last task, and it should look like this when you're done. You'll be able to zoom out and check out all your dates as well. You can see I put mine into green, but that's what it'll look like. So thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to stay updated to any new lessons I make in existing websites like the Ancient China one, or you want to stay updated to any new full websites that I make as well. Thank you.